Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Vedic astrology coach, Rajat Kapoor, and welcome to my channel, The Legit Astrologer. In my channel, I make videos on Vedic astrology. I talk about transits, and recent times I have made a video on 2025 annual predictions. I have also made a video on Venus's transit in the sign of Aquarius, that it conjoins Saturn, and also a monthly update on the month of January. Today, this is one of my most unique videos wherein I'm going to talk about the year 2025 from a Vedic numerological point of view. Yes, I'm going to bring in the science of Vedic numerology. I'm going to bring in the knowledge of Vedic numerology and what you could expect as far as the year 2025 is concerned based on your birth number, based on your birth date, regardless of the month that you were born in. That is how we'll be able to read what you can expect as far as the year is concerned. Now, certain things I'd like to clarify because you would have seen a number of videos as far as numerology is concerned. I am not following the Western or modern day numerological systems. I am following here the ancient Vedic numerological system, Vedic numerology, wherein there are numbers 1 through 9, and each of the number has been assigned a specific planet. I am not going to make predictions. This is not the prediction video, but this is more related to the kind of energies and the kind of opportunities that you can have as far as 2025 is concerned based on your birth number. So this is only specific to your date of birth, the very specific date. That is how we derive the birth number. Since, in my opinion, precise predictions are only made through specific time periods, yoga, the whole chart needs to be taken into account. And of course, you could look at the numerological aspects as well in terms of what is the source of energy. So, what does Vedic numerology really signifies? What do numbers signify in our life? Numbers are the source of energy. It does not really talk about precise prediction. Let's take an example of number ones. So if you were born on the 1st, 10th, 19th, and 28th of any month, this is governed by number one. So you are governed by number one, which is the planet Sun. A little over 12% of the people in the world would be number one. That doesn't mean that everyone's fate and destiny would be the same as far as this year is concerned. How Vedic numerology helps us is it helps us to understand what is the source of energy. Where do we get our energy from? How is our thinking, whether we use our intuitive capabilities or whether we use our senses, whether we are very practical as far as the air is concerned in terms of our thinking. So, how do we get energy and how do we channelize these sources of energy? How do we make decisions? The primary factors that are responsible for your decision making and how you orient yourself as far as this external world of people, things, and events is concerned, and how do you carry yourself through the power of your energies and your decision making capabilities. This is how these are guiding forces which helps us to shape our overall year, and this is what I'm going to be focusing on as far as this unique video is concerned. So here I have prepared a nice presentation for you by the blessings of Ganpati Lord Ganesha. And here I'm going to talk about all of the birth numbers and what you could expect as far as the sources of energy is concerned, your decision making capability, certain highs and lows, and what you could expect. So you'll be able to uncover the transformative Vedic numerology opportunities for numbers 1 through 9, okay, in 2025. And this year is significantly influenced by Mars because this is the year of Mars Mangal. Year 2025, it adds up to number 9, which is governed by Mars, which is governed by Mangal. This will help you in terms of guiding yourself through your personal and professional journeys. Now, let us uncover the Vedic numerology insights for 2025, and I'll help you discover how these insights will help you illuminate the path for 2025 to help you make the right kinds of choices, actions, and how to ensure that you could make this year as prosperous as you would like it to be. How you could drive the sources of energies to help you make the best decisions as far as your life is concerned. Now, to begin with, let me first spend a few minutes in terms of talking through the influence of Mars or Mangal in 2025 and as far as global dynamics and personal ambitions are concerned. I've already mentioned that Mars is governing 2025. Mangal as a planet, Mars as a planet, it symbolizes action, our drive, our determination, shaping the global dynamics. Now, in a Vedic chart, Mars is the ruler of the natural first house and the natural eighth house. So it rules self and also transformation. It has the highest amount of energy. It is a fiery planet as far as its element is concerned, and it gets exalted in the sign of Capricorn, which is the natural 10th house. That means Mars loves to work on the ground, and it gets debilitated in the sign of Cancer, which means that Mars doesn't like to sit at home, so it likes to be out in the open. So of course it will shape global dynamics, and I'll quote certain examples as far as years of Mars are concerned from the past and how it has shaped certain global dynamics. There will be a lot of focus as far as innovation is concerned, but primarily this technological innovation and advancement would be more towards efficient energy management, because Mars is a significator of energy. So a lot of companies would rush through, and a lot of significant developments that we will see as far as the year 2025 is concerned in terms of efficient energy management, because this year we'll also see a significant rise as far as temperatures are concerned as well. There could be certain situation where there could be heat waves across several countries. So one has to be careful and be mindful as far as high temperatures are concerned. And this year will also focus a lot on conflict resolution. So there'll be efforts towards resolving certain conflicts, certain global peace, and promoting of global peace as well. Certain leaders in the world will play a vital role, and let's hope that peace prevails and we are no longer looming as far as war situations and circumstances are concerned. Mars's year have a strong historical significance as far as major leadership shifts are concerned, because after number 9 we enter into the year of Sun, which is number 1. So 2026 will be the year of Sun or Surya. So these 2 years historically have had major leadership shifts. If I take you back to the year 2007, which was again the year of Mars, this was the year when Barack Obama declared his as far as US presidential elections are concerned. In 2008, he was the first black American president. And of course, it is history, and everyone knows who Barack Obama is and what ground he stands as far as the political global scenario is concerned. Now, let's also talk about Donald Trump, the upcoming president of the United States of America. He also declared his presidency in the last year of Mars, which was the year 2016. And in January 2017, he took the House and became the president of the US. That was his first term. So we've seen some very high significations as far as global leadership shifts are concerned. So within this year to next year, we could expect significant shifts and a rise of someone into the political global stature. So this is something which we will witness as far as this year and the coming year is concerned. Whether it's the US politics, whether it's the global political scenario, there will be rise of one or two very prominent leaders, and they will reach to greater heights as far as the near future is concerned. So on contrary, we've seen historically that the armed forces militaries have a certain suffering as far as the year of Mars is concerned. If you date back to 2007, US military, they were having a conflict situation in Iraq, and that year had a major loss of the armed forces. Over 900 military personnel lost their lives as far as that year is concerned. So it is a bit detrimental to armed forces, and this is something we have to be careful of, and we have to be mindful of, and of course we pray for the best interest of those who protect our respective nations. On a brighter side, on a positive side, there are heightened motivations. So of course, all the individuals will be very much motivated towards personal growth and towards their body transformation as well. So a very good year to exercise, work out. Though each year is good to work out, you have to work out and exercise each and every year, but the energy levels are favorable. They are going to be on a higher side, which will help drive physical transformations to a great extent, so you could make the most of these energies. And this will help us navigating certain challenges and help us come across certain unique challenges and opportunities as far as the life is concerned, because Mars's energy will help you navigate some of those paths, whether you're traveling, whether you're starting a new line of work, whether you're coming across some new opportunities as far as this particular year is concerned. So this is more from an energy point of view and the influence of Mars in the year 2025. Let us now begin with the opportunities that are there in 2025 for birth number 1, that is governed by planet Sun or Surya, who is the king of all planets. So number 1, so if you were born on the 1st, 10th, 19th or 28th of any month, you're governed by Sun, you're governed by Surya. Certain key insights that I can give you as far as the year 2025 is concerned, based on the concept of Vedic numerology. There are new beginnings that await. So you need to understand it is a cycle that starts from number one and it ends at number nine. And then, of course, a new cycle starts, which is going to be the subsequent year, which is the year 2026, where certainly new beginnings await as far as number one individuals are concerned, encouraging them to explore and have certain growth plans as well. So definitely you could start some new projects, new assignments, new line of work, new businesses. Energies are pretty much favorable because you are governed by a fiery planet Sun. The year is of the fiery planet Mars. Both of them share a friendly relationship. And of course, you will be entering to 2026, which is going to be the year of Sun. So quite certainly, this signifies new beginnings. You also have an opportunity to embrace new leadership roles as far as this year is concerned. So if you're looking forward to certain promotion, elevation, stepping through certain key leadership positions. If not, you could demonstrate some basic leadership skills for yourself. See, because this is the first stepping stone. Building self leadership and, of course, building conscious self leadership. I would advise you and encourage you to read something, a chapter or two every day, and focus on becoming a conscious learner so that you can evolve your leadership skills, because this will also help you become more self-reliant. You will not like to rely on others. You would like to take decisions by yourself. So if you work in a team, it's quite likely that you would like to tackle these challenges effectively by the help of other people, but you would like to take control in your own hands and take decisions in your own hands. And of course, as a word of caution, I would highly encourage you to avoid any kind of ego. So, see, when you're very ambitious, right? When you have the power, when you have authority, when you have potential, of course, quite naturally, we get into an ego trap. So, ego gets into our head. So, this is something which you have to be mindful of. So, practice humility as far as your leadership is concerned. Work shoulder by shoulder as far as your team is concerned. And this is where empathy also plays a very important role. So you need to build humility, you need to build empathy. As far as this year is concerned, you have to keep the ego aside, because if you be egoistic, this year could be very detrimental as far as your relationships are concerned. And that too, personal relationships. You could have conflict, you could have loss of relationship, or you could completely, devastate as far as your relationship is concerned, or destroy your relationship. So this is something that you would not like to do. In order to channelize the energies of Mars, you have to, of course, have ambition, but then you need to focus on your personal success in a very humble and in a very empathetic manner. And you could also be impulsive in terms of certain decisions. See, when your decision making ability is impactful, so I would highly encourage you that this year you need to save your finances. You don't need to be very impulsive when it comes to your buying decisions. So take mindful, calculative steps. So there could be a scenario that you're going for shopping and you're very, very impulsive in terms of buying anything, or you could be impulsive in terms of luxury goods and shopping as well. And of course, this is something which you will realize at a later point in time that you should have taken this a well thought over decision. So avoid any kind of impulsiveness and focus a lot on financial management and financial savings. Otherwise, you could have some challenges as far as this year is concerned. And of course, I have mentioned this, if new beginnings await you, this is the year to initiate new projects, favorable ventures. Partnerships could favor you in case, of course, your birth chart dasha is favorable. In case, this year, of course, is very favorable as far as partnerships are concerned, as far as new initiatives, new ventures are concerned. Watch your ego traps and, of course, focus on some of these things. And may you have a very eventful and a blessed year 2025 of Mars. Let us now talk about the birth number two and opportunities for you in 2025. So, number two is governed by planet Moon or Chandra. If you were born on 2nd, 11th, 20th, and 29th of any month, you're governed by Moon. Your birth number is 2. This is the year of cooperation and balance. So, these are the two keywords for you: cooperation, balance. So, this is Vedic numerology opportunities for you as far as 2025 is concerned. See, we cannot really make precise predictions. There are a number of people who make precise predictions. I don't do that. But from a numerological point of view, this will help you gain and understand your source of energy, where you're getting these energies, how are you making decisions as far as the year 2025 is concerned, and certain tips and areas I can give you in terms of what you could expect as far as opportunities for 2025 is concerned. Therefore, it is a very unique video to help you gauge through these energies and, of course, help you in your transformation as well. So there's a greater emphasis as far as cooperation is concerned. So you would need emotional balance, because when there is cooperation, there are other people involved as well. When there are other people involved, you're likely to have a conflict situation as far as other people are concerned. So you need to be a very well emotionally balanced individual, how you could support each other, how you could help others grow as well, because if other people who are working with you, they grow, you grow as well. So this is directly related and it is proportionate as well. But this year could be mentally a little bit challenging, because see, number two, which is ruled by moon, it's a very compassionate number, and of course moon is all about compassion, moon is about creativity, it's about innovation. But this year is the year of people for you. So your gentle energy versus Mars's intensity. So year of Mars, Mars has a very intense energy compared to your gentle energy. So you need to focus on relationships and diplomacy. So at times it is good to have a very diplomatic approach in order to save your relationship. So in case you're married, this definitely applies to you. In case you're looking for a new relationship, this of course applies to you as well. Or those people who are in a long distance relationship, this year they have to be very careful as far as their relationship matters are concerned and any sort of strong conflicts are concerned. However, as far as business partnerships is concerned, this is quite a favorable year for you for nurturing friendships, for fostering deeper connections. If you, I mean, we live in the age of social and professional networking, so this is a very good year for you to increase your influence, increase your brand presence by the fiery energies of Mars. So, in case you're looking forward to getting into a business partnership, in case your time period, dasha, antardasha, yogas are favorable, you can venture out into some of these partnerships here. So, you need to also embrace two things here: intuition and sensitivity. So number twos are generally have the intuitive abilities, intuitive capabilities. So their thinking is more or less driven through their intuition. They do not look at specific things. So they use their senses in a less efficient manner, but their way of seeking in information or taking in information is to look at a big picture space. So, for example, if you were to ask a number two in terms of, okay, what do they see in a big room that is full of furniture and some of the other things, they will try to make interpretations out of some of these things which they see instead of looking at what really exists. So, they want to look at the big picture. They're imaginative than being very much realistic. So, you have to deepen your intuitive capabilities and be as imaginable as you can, but then your decisions need to be very carefully selected this year, because you could use like a mix of your intuition and also your senses as far as the year 2025 is concerned to drive the best decisions for yourself. So of course, big picture thinking is important, intuition, imagination is important, but you have to be a little bit practical as far as 2025 year is concerned. That particularly applies in your workplace related decisions. And you could be at a space wherein you are very much indecisive and you're very much not sure in terms of what you need to do. So this could lower your confidence as far as this year is concerned. So you need to overcome this indecisiveness. You need to build your confidence. And with this, I could advise you, like, you could do a mirror exercise, speaking to yourself in front of mirror. So practicing, rehearsing, which help you, of course, build your confidence and be more proactive and confident in terms of dealing with other people and when you're communicating in certain scenarios as far as other people are concerned. So you need to trust your wisdom and you need to maintain your self confidence as far as this year is concerned, because this year could really hit your confidence to its lowest. So this is something which you have to consciously practice as far as this year is concerned, and make room for increasing your self confidence, because if you're confident about something, you will have the self esteem, and of course you will take the best decisions as far as yourself is concerned. And this will also support your mental health, because this year could be mentally a little bit challenging as far as mental stress is concerned. So this is where rise up on time, work with other people, and make good use of these partnerships and your friendships. May you have an amazing 2025 ahead. Now let us talk about number three, opportunities for 2025 for birth number three, who are governed by planet Jupiter. Those who are born on the 3rd, 12th, 21st, and 30th of any month. Harnessing creativity and social expansion in 2025. These are the key words for you. See, firstly, no numbers are good or bad. Each of these birth numbers have their own good points and of course some pitfalls and blind spots as well, and of course at the same time certain strengths too. In this video I'm giving you a unique analysis because As far as Vedic numerology is concerned, we cannot predict events based on numerology itself. However, we can definitely look at the sources of energy, how you're likely to get energy this year, what could be useful as far as making certain best decisions for yourself as far as this year is concerned, and of course, how you could conduct yourself to the best of your understanding and your abilities as well. So, this is for you the year of creative expression. Okay, so you will harness creativity in all artistic forms. So, in case your line of work has to do with creativity, has to do with innovation, has to do with expression, this is quite a favorable for you year for you to harness your creativity. Or this could be a very good year for you to learn more about creative arts and creative way of expression. So, this is very differentiated year for you. See, Jupiter shares a friendly relationship with Mars, okay, which is the ruler of the year, because 2025 is number year ruled by Mars. Jupiter is Akasha Tattva or ether element. Mars is fire. When they come together, it of course increases the fire, but you have to channelize your fiery energy appropriately. So this is why I will advise you to pick up some artwork, go ahead, expand your social networking, expand your horizon, build a lot of influence. So this year you're likely to build and create a lot of influence, a lot of followers if you live in the social media world, because this year is quite encouraging you towards social expansion and making a number of connections and new meaningful connections as far as this year is concerned, more from a professional, also from a personal point of view as well. Okay, number three is have a very vibrant energies, because knowledge comes very likely to them. Jupiter is the significator of knowledge and wisdom, but what you have to do is you need to drive this vibrant energy through innovation and effective communication as far as this year is concerned. So of course, particularly rewarding will be certain artistic endeavors, certain form of arts if you bring in as far as your year is concerned. In case you're looking forward to a new opportunity, new line of work, what will help you is your professional networking. Applying for a job will not be enough. You will have to reach out to people, you will have to build network, you will have to participate in certain events, certain social gatherings, certain conferences. I understand you could be, introvert as far as your preference is concerned. You would not like to maybe go on an event, but you have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to participate in certain events. You have to build meaningful connections, because this is the call of the year. This is how you will get support if you were to look at any new opportunities that are concerned. Those who are married, those who have a partner, those who are in a relationship, make sure that you reach out to your partner to take their advice as far as your work related preferences or choices are concerned. This year is very favorable for new opportunities, for new line of work, but this can happen more or less from professional networking opportunities and how you build your number of networks. And of course, if you don't like to mingle around with a lot of people, if you're not extroverted, then you could only stick to those people who are like-minded, right? Those who really connect with you. And of course, from a habit point of view, from values point of view, and from talents and skills point of view as well. One thing that you have to do is you need to stay grounded, because this year knowledge can get in your head. Because when Jupiter is the significator of knowledge, so you could come across a situation wherein you would feel, oh, I know it all, I have gained a lot of knowledge. So this will make you a bit egoistic, and that could dampen your relationship. That could also spoil your reputation as far as work is concerned. So stay humble, stay grounded, and be willing to unlearn, learn, and relearn. So this is how you will be able to create good impressions as far as other people are concerned. Otherwise, from a work point of view, this could be a little bit challenging as far as the year is concerned. So to maximize success, you need to focus on little things, fewer pursuits. Okay, you need to prioritize what your goals and objectives are, and then accordingly channelize your efforts into those things. You cannot do 10 things this year, so you could only focus on maybe two or three things that you wish to achieve. Maybe your work, relationship, and of course your health and well-being. That has to be the number one priority this year, because you could have the tendency to put on weight. You could have the tendency to undermine your health, or of course on any issues that are cropping up. So you have to be extra careful as far as your overall health and well-being is concerned. You have to take some conscious decision in terms of your lifestyle and what could be the best interest for you to make you feel healthy, and of course live a healthy, happy life as well. Because when health is good, you're likely to take very good decisions, you're likely to be successful in your work endeavors as well. So therefore, don't stress out, focus on two or three priorities out of the 10, 15 things that you have, and try to spread your efforts and energies in all of these priorities, because this will create room for you for creativity and also for your social expansion. And I wish you a very good 2025. Now let us talk about opportunities in 2025 for birth number 4. Those who are born on 4th, 13th, 22nd and 31st of any month. You are governed by planet Rahu, the north node of the moon, which is Rahu. It's a Chaya Graha, it's a shadowy planet, and it's an integral part of the moon. The key words for you are focus on stability and achievements. These are the two things which you have to focus on, be mindful of as far as the year 2025 is concerned. I am using the concept of Vedic numerology and not the Western numerology. So, of course, numerology solely cannot predict. And of course, I can challenge that. What predicts is, of course, a combination of multiple things, which includes, your Vedic astrological chart. And of course, numbers play a very important role in our life to help us understand our sources of energy, how we get the energy, how we orient ourselves in the external world, how we drive our decisions to the best of our capabilities. What are certain highs and lows as far as our mood and the levels of energies are concerned? And this is how I'll help you through this presentation. So this year is absolutely focused on stability and achievements, because last year you would have had some challenges as far as the particular year is concerned, dealing with your level of stress and of course feeling a bit unstable, feeling a bit uncertain as far as future is concerned. So this year is going to help you to create more stability and achieving your practical goals. Okay, because practicality comes very natural to number 4. So they are very expansive, because when Rahu energies come into your numbers, it naturally makes you very expansive. It naturally makes you a knowledge seeker, and it also makes you a very practical person, because you would like to try tested approaches. Okay, so of course it would not apply to everyone, but it could apply to a majority of people, and of course considering other factors, this could balance out as well. So Mars's influence supports very strong foundations. You would like to build strong foundations, both personal and professional areas. You would like to look back. You need to get the basics right. You need to rebuild your fundamentals as far as this year is concerned. Because some of the things and actions that you were doing since the last few months might have not been working out. Maybe you were applying for a job and you were not following the right approach. So now you need to build your fundamentals. You need to build your foundations, maybe through an interaction with someone, through an interview, or through a presentation, or through some work related submission or project. You realize that, okay, this is a scope of development for you. This is where you need to improve. So there has been a self realization, there has been that self discovery that you have gone through. Now is the time for you to build very strong foundations as far as your value system is concerned, as far as your professional areas and skill building is concerned. So this is the year of learning. Enroll yourself in a course which will help you build fundamentals and your foundations. You need to emphasize on two things, okay? Hard work and discipline. See, these are the energies of Saturn as well, right? Number 4, Rahu is also closely related to Saturn, because Rahu behaves more or less as Saturn does. So this year highlights the importance of discipline and being organized in terms of reaching your goal. You need not be very hardworking, but to others, you should appear to be hardworking. So, of course, focus a lot on branding, focus a lot on communicating, focus a lot on showing the more you present and, of course, put across, focus on presenting numbers, focus on presenting data in terms of your work. And the more you brand yourself and the more focus you put on strategic communication, it will be very helpful for you. Okay, you will be able to, of course, solidify your career. You will have a strong career path, because this is going to be the focus of your year. But you could struggle balancing your personal relationship, because you'll be very ambitious this year as far as your career goals and pathways are concerned. You would like to obtain leadership roles, you would like to obtain and have growth as far as your learning and your career is concerned. So this way you have to be very careful about your personal relationship and how you could have a balance between both your personal life and also your professional life, which is there. And that calls for a lot of flexibility. Amidst this dynamic energy that you will face, there will be constant changes. You will have to have a flexible approach. You will have to bend with the wind. You'll have to be very adaptable as far as this year is concerned. So be Of course, you need to focus on stability, but if you be more adaptable, if you be more flexible, you like to have more achievements and you like to have more stability as far as your work and your personal life is concerned. So, not a very good year as far as relationships are concerned, personal relationships, because you would like to, naturally keep work as a priority. So, this is an understanding for you and how you could perhaps create a balance between the two and focus a lot on your personal well being as well. And may you have an amazing 2025 year. Now let us talk about what opportunities are there in 2025 for birth number 5. And you are ruled by planet Mercury, the fastest moving graha, the young Prince Mercury. Those who are born on either the 5th, 14th, or 23rd of any month. So you see, naturally, you will see a lot of ones, twos, threes, and four. From five onwards, we see less people as far as percentage is concerned because there are only three dates which applies to number five. So you would embrace adventure and also transformation. These are the two key words for you. Okay. So what I was trying to say is that there will be more number ones than number fives in the world. You will embrace adventure, you will embrace transformation. These are the two key words for you as far as the year 2025 is concerned. I am using the science of Vedic numerology to bring you the best of knowledge. Of course, we cannot solely predict through numerology. There are people who predict. I don't do that. Numbers help us understand our sources of energy, how we get this energy, how we orient ourselves in the world through this year, and of course, the kind of decisions that we are likely to make and what could help us. Because if we understand our sources of energies, we'll be very well prepared as far as making some key decisions for ourselves. And this is what I'm going to help you. So, this is why I titled this video as Opportunities in 2025. This is the year of adventure and transformation. You would like to go on travel, you would like to go on journeys, you'd like to seek new adventures, you'd like to go to new places, and you would like to focus more on personal growth instead of professional growth. This is the year of personal growth, how well you can learn from other people, from other cultures, from other places. So this is what you would be very much inclined towards as far as this year is concerned. Of course, it could help you in your transformation journey, because if you go on adventure trip, if you go on journeys, it will help you become a better person because you'll be very well aware of what's happening around you, your surroundings, your situation. You would have an encouragement for exploration. So this year is a year of travel, new experiences, broadening your horizon to help you become more self-aware, to also help you understand your pitfalls, blind spots. You will be more humble. You will have a more grounded approach in terms of course, focusing on your strengths, but also at the same time managing your opportunity areas or your weak areas as well. Okay, so there is a natural challenge that you have this year, which is in terms of managing restlessness. So you could feel a lot restless as far as this year is concerned. You could undergo some constant stress as far as this year is concerned because you will be on a constant journey, constant move. So there will be a high level of excitement. When there is very high level excitement, you have to be very mindful of not getting into an unstable environment, because when you change, when you move from one place to the other, you have to very much take care of your health during this time, because by the shift of these energies, your immunity could take a hit. You could fall ill. So this is something which you have to be very mindful of when you're traveling. Make sure you carry your medicines and make sure you follow the necessary precaution as far as during journeys are concerned and during travel is concerned. And the way to manage restlessness is through meditation, through yoga, which will help you understand better. Have a very good night's sleep. Make sure that you sleep for good 8 hours at least and rise up on time. And of course, start your day. The first hour of the day is very important in terms of what you do, will really help you balance these restless energies as far as this year is concerned, because Mercury doesn't share a good relationship with Mars. Mars is a fiery planet. Mercury's source of energy is Earth. It's an Earth element. So, of course, there isn't a match which will cause restlessness. There is an influence of Mars on curiosity. See, something which is common between Mars and Mercury is logic. But Mars's logic is very different. It is more related to Nyaya Shastra. So Mars would be like, okay, cat has four legs, dog has four legs, so cat is equal to dog. So that's the kind of logic which Mars has. Mercury is driven through logic based on numbers, based on mathematical calculations. People with strong Mercury in their chart, they're very good with maths, they're very good with numbers and also financial acumen. So these things come very natural to number five. And Mars's energy is helping you become a very natural curious person, which will help you, of course, get more exploration and discover a lot of things for yourself on a personal basis. So this year is the year of personal development, which will help you grow, which will help you work in diverse environments. So of course, if you were to, transform yourself and get your energies in diverse environments, this will be very helpful for you. This is a very good year as far as relationship matters are concerned. So you'll see significant improvement in terms of relationship. Your partner is likely to gain as far as this year is concerned. So this is something which you could be mindful of as well, as far as if you're married or if you are in a relationship. And this is how you could drive your levels of energy. Focus a lot on personal growth, but at the same time manage this restlessness that will continue to build up. Be mindful of it, be watchful of it, and of course, manage the continuous level of stress. Take it easy and practice meditation all through the year. And I wish you the very best in 2025. Now let us talk about opportunities in 2025 for birth number 6. You are governed by the beautiful planet Venus. Those who are born on either 6th, 15th, or 24th of any month. The key words for you are harmony and responsibility. This is going to be the focus of the hour. I'm using the concept of Vedic numerology here. Of course, I'm not making any predictions through this video because based on numerology solely, we cannot predict. No way possible. You have to look at a number of aspects. You have to look at the whole horoscope. And of course, numbers play a very important role to help us understand where our energy is coming from, how do we take in information, how do we orient ourselves in this external world, and what drives our decision making, and how can we make the best decisions for ourselves, and what are those areas in life that we should be focusing on as far as the particular year is concerned. So it helps us balance those energies, and this is what I'm going to be focusing on. So therefore, it's a very unique video for you. You could have some interesting takeaways. So this year, you would focus on harmony, you would focus on becoming a more responsible person. So particularly if you are in a relationship, this is going to be the test of the year because you would likely to be more responsible by the virtue of bad experience, by the virtue of difficult year that would have been as far as relationship is concerned. You would like to create a sense of harmony, you would like to create a sense of balance as far as relationship. So relationship is going to foster, because see, Venus and Mars, this is the year of Mars. They don't share a friendly relationship, but it's more of a neutral relationship which they share, okay, with each other. Now, Venus signifies love, harmony. Mars is fire. So when both these energies come together, it ignites a different level of passion as far as relationships are concerned. So this is going to be the number one priority for you, which is your family, your relationship, and of course your community as well. How you could how you could build strong ties with people, strong partnerships with people. And of course, you will play a very important role in nurturing other people, in teaching other people, in training, coaching other people, whether those who are in relationship with you or whether those who work with you. So maybe leverage these energies to become a good coach, to become a good mentor towards other people. You have some old, members in your family. This year could have you, of course, take care of them and be caring towards them. So respecting your elders, your parents, and of course those people who are aged as far as your near and dear ones are concerned. So you might need to support them as through the year is concerned. And at the same time, workplace context, you are likely to build some strong bonds and strengthen these bonds as well. Now, one thing that you have to be mindful of is because your focus will be a lot on other people, their values, their priorities, their importance. You will underlook yourself. So you have to watch out for your self-care as well, because this could either have a detrimental impact on your health and overall well-being, because you will keep your priorities aside, you will keep your task aside. In a workplace context, you'll be more focused on helping other people to help them grow, and this will of course be detrimental to your own growth and performance. So this is something which you have to be mindful of. Of course, build good relationship harmony with others, but focus a lot on your personal priorities, your personal goal, and your self-care, because self-care is the most important aspect in healthcare. So you need to prioritize your own personal well-being, because this year could be detrimental as far as your health and wellness is concerned. So you need to set up clear boundaries as far as work is concerned, because you could be given task after task. You will have a friendly atmosphere and of course a friendly nature towards other people. You would not likely to say a no to anything, because if you don't be assertive enough, if you don't set clear boundaries, if you don't say no wherein you cannot commit and do something, this will be detrimental to your personal well-being. You will face the brunt, and of course, this could impact your relationship and your workplace performance as well. So, in terms of work, it looks like a pretty good year. In terms of relationship, there are certain challenges, but this will help you focus a lot on harmony. You would like to become more responsible, but at the same time, do not get into a state wherein you are being overcommitted, because you will not be able to match the expectations, and if you're not able to match the expectation, it could be detrimental for your own well-being. So prioritize your self-care. In terms of health, this is a little bit challenging compared to the last couple of years. However, I wish you the very best and may you have a pleasant 2025. Now let us talk about opportunities in 2025 for birth number 7. You are governed by planet Ketu, the south node of the moon, one of the lunar nodes, the Chaya Graha Ketu. Now, the keywords for you are to embrace introspection and growth. So, this year is the year of introspection, and if you introspect well, you'll be able to grow very well. Those who are born on the 7th, 16th, and 25th of any month. I'm using the knowledge of Vedic numerology here. Of course, I'm not giving you predictions, because we cannot solely predict as far as numerology is concerned. We have to look at several aspects. However, how do numbers help? I'm going to give you the real knowledge with no myths, with no fluff. Real knowledge is the numbers help you to understand your levels of energy, your sources of energy, how you get energy, how you take in information, and how you make the best decisions for yourself, how you're able to channelize some of these aspects, which could help you become a better person, which could help you in your growth path. And this is how I'm going to help you be a guide or a mentor through this presentation. So this is the year of introspection and spiritual growth. You are naturally governed by Ketu, which is a very non-materialistic and a spiritual graha. But one thing which is very common that I have seen is number sevens make journey. And if they make a shift from their homeland, home base, they are likely to be more successful if they settle outside of their homeland and, of course, far away from their place of birth as well. This is, of course, more on a generic way, but then other factors play a supporting role. So, from a spiritual growth point of view, this is a very good year, because the more you will introspect, the more you will reflect on your past decision making, and of course, this will help you to make better decisions as far as future is concerned. So, try to have an introspection as far as this year is concerned. Sit back, and of course, if you go on a journey, spend time with yourself to understand your personal priorities and how you could make the best of decisions. Now, something common between Mars and Ketu. So, Ketu is more like Mars. Both of them are fiery planets. There are a lot of fiery energies. So, it is helping you explore your inner wisdom, because there will be fire within. So, make sure to channelize these fiery energies. You hydrate yourself. Maybe drink 2 to 3 or 4 liters of water every day. So, whatever based on your regular workout routine, and of course, on an average, one should drink about 2 to 3 liters at least every day, but that's something which you could increase or decrease based on your daily routine. But make sure that you keep yourself hydrated all the time. Okay, your knowledge is going to expand, because if you become more intellectually curious, okay, if you try to spend time in spiritual activities, you will also try to study some esoteric or scientific field. Okay, and this is something which you'll be very much focused towards. So you will expand your scientific quotient, you will expand the existence and of course the knowledge and existence of this world, and this is something which will be very helpful for you. So solitude is the key. If you're introspecting, you need a lot of solitude, you need a lot of isolations. At times you would like to isolate yourself from your work or decision making, and of course from your family as well. So this way it could be detrimental for your relationship. So for personal growth, this is a very good year, because you would like to isolate yourself, you would like to focus on your expansion, you would like to focus on your knowledge, you would like to focus on your goals, on your priorities, but you could end up neglecting the priorities of other people. And this is where you have to be mindful of. You need to have a sense of understanding that, of course, your priorities, your life, your expansion matters, but those who are near and dear to you, their priorities in life also matter. And this is where you need to create a sense of balance, help you gain personal insights through through introspection, but at the same time how you could be appreciative of the priorities of other people, especially if you're married or in a relationship, if you have children. This year could be detrimental, and because you would not like to prioritize your relationship. You would also not like to prioritize wealth creating opportunities or financial opportunities this year. But this is an excellent year for spiritual growth, for spiritual pursuits. Make sure that you go on a journey. You go on a spiritual journey or a retreat, you visit a shrine, or you visit a place that you have a very strong belief in. And of course, this will give you good energies to drive your decisions, but at the same time, be very mindful and watchful of your relationship. Focus and put your energies there. Of course, introspection is good, but you cannot grow if your relationship suffers. And this is the kind of message I'd like to give you. May you have a very good 2025. Now let us talk about number 8. What are the opportunities for birth number 8? And you are governed by planet Saturn or Shani. Those who are born on 8th, 17th or 26th of any month. What are the key insights and opportunities for you? I'm going to present it to you. I'm using the knowledge of Vedic numerology. And of course, this video is not about predictions. It is more about your opportunities or your sources of energy. And this is the kind of role that numerology plays in our life. Numbers play in our life. Of course, you cannot solely predict using numerology. You have to look at the number of factors. The whole horoscope is important. And then, of course, you also take clues from numerology based on the years, ages, and of course, the birth number and destiny number of individuals. So now this will help you in terms of understanding what those sources of energies for you is, what are certain areas where you can make the best decisions for yourself. So you've passed your year, which was the year of Saturn. Now you're stepping into the year of Mars. Both Mars and Saturn, they don't share a friendly relationship with each other. But remember that Mars gets exalted in the sign that is ruled by Saturn, which is the sign of Capricorn. So from that aspect, Mars likes to always overpower Saturn. So this year, thankfully, fortunately, there are good chances of financial or material success that awaits you as far as this particular year is concerned, because you've just entered the second year following the year of Saturn. So, from a financial point of view, from a career advancement point of view, your energy and, of course, your ambition could facilitate very smooth transitions, very smooth movement. If you were to move from one level to the other, if you were to move from one job to the other, you are likely to be moving based on a financial benefit that you will see. Those people who are likely to create a secondary source of income, if you're number 8, this year could be favorable for you. So anything where you have to deal with finances, where there is wealth involved, where there is a source of income involved, you could make some very good decisions. In case you're likely to make some good decisions for your own investment, for your own financial growth, this year could be very important. So make sure that you get into some long-term financial decisions that could help you plan your life very well. If you were to step into a leadership role, so this, of course, considering your timing, dasha, antardasha, if that is supportive, if your chart is supportive, if it has favorable yogas, this year could help you transition through certain leadership positions or impactful positions, those positions where you could make decisions, those positions where you would hold a sense of authority, but you will face a lot of challenges as well with people who have authority here, with government. So if you have some government paperwork, you could face certain challenge. There could be delays, there could be denial. Those who are at an authoritative position, you have to deal with those people very carefully and in a very diplomatic manner. I mean, imagine the situation that if you're working with a leader who holds authority, your objective, your job should be to help your leader shine, to help him or her become successful. This way, you will be able to foster a good relationship. So, have this kind of strategic approach or planning to foster and, of course, solve certain complexities as far as this year is concerned. You would need to be very ethical as far as year 2025 is concerned, and make sure that you drive your decisions based on ethics. There is no shortcut to success. If you choose some unethical ways of obtaining wealth or gaining finances, this could be detrimental to your well-being, this could be detrimental to your future, your reputation could be at stake. So make sure that you leverage the power of ethical decision making, and of course this will be more sustainable as far as your future is concerned, Otherwise, you could be in problem. There could be a legal case. There could be, some issues as far as your decision making is concerned, and you could take the brunt of the consequences. So be very careful as far as ethics and integrity is concerned, because this is the only way you will be able to have long-lasting achievements as far as this year is concerned. From a health and immunity point of view, this is a much better year compared to the previous year. You might have had a lot of burnout issues, stress issues, and of course a little bit anxiety as well as far as your mental health is concerned, because the previous year would have kept you a lot busy as well and not on the ground. This year you would like to focus on your personal well-being, you would like to focus on your health, you would like to also undergo some transformation in terms of your eating habits, what you consume, what you eat, because this will be very directly related to your wealth, related to the capacity of savings, because what you consume will have a significant impact on your well-being, on your decision making, and on your financial prosperity as well. So if you are likely to go through some changes in your dietary requirement, this is the year to put that into practice, and may you have a very successful 2025. All the best. Now let us talk about number 9. Finally, opportunities in 2025 for birth number 9. You are governed by Mars, by planet Mangal. Those who are born on either 9th, 18th, and or 27th of any month. You are governed by Mars. The key words for you this year, it's all about compassion and humanitarian efforts, the ability to give, the ability to help this world, the ability to create a peaceful situation, and of course, whatever efforts you could put to bring in more peace in your life. This is your year. 2025 is the year of Mars. And number 9 is also ruled governed by Mars. So there's a lot of fire that is rising. But the key message for you is to be more compassionate, to be more helpful, to be more kind as far as this year is concerned. This is quite ideal if you were to make some donations, if you were to help other people, if you were to feed the needy, if you were to donate old clothes, and in the best of your capability and capacity, you need to help other people. However, you need to do it secretly. See, Mars rules the natural sign of Aries and Scorpio, the natural first and the eighth house of the zodiac belt. Eighth house means secret spaces. So, of course, and keeping it to yourself. So, if you make some donations, make sure that you keep it to yourself. You don't need to tell it and announce it to the whole world. So, this year you will have a lot of energy. Okay, you would like to promote global awareness. You would like to work on certain global projects as well. You would be very focused on protecting the environment, protecting the nature. So in case you don't have plants at your home, bring plants, plant trees, and of course work towards the nature, and of course helping other individuals. Get yourself associated to certain charitable organizations, genuine charitable organizations, and work towards certain social causes as well, because this is going to be the year of idealism. And of course you need to balance your idealism as well in terms of practical actions, because you are likely to go through change. Okay, by the virtue of you being more compassionate towards other people, okay, you would like to focus a lot on your self-care. So this could be a little bit stressful year as far as your overall self is concerned, because when you're dealing with so much fiery energies, this could take a toll on your emotions, this could take a toll as far as your mental health is concerned. This could cause a lot of exhaustion. This could cause a lot of overwork, overburden. So this is something which you have to be mindful of, because if you're working on something, there's quite likely that you have to, you need to put all your energy into it, and you will feel a burnout situation. You could feel a constant stressful situation, and this is where you need to draw boundaries. You need to understand what your stop line is, and of course, where you need to take a pause, where you need to take a break, where you need to understand, okay, now it's the time for me to step back out from the situation, take a pause, take a break if needed, and of course, introspect and focus on self care activities and how I can focus on my own mindfulness, meditate, practice yoga. This could be quite good for you, because of this mental stress and continuous increase of mental stress. Do not hesitate to seek out support. If you were to, if you are in a relationship, please seek out the support of your partner, your family, your friends. They could play a very important role in terms of helping you overcome any of this emotional difficulty, and of course From an emotional point of view, you would like to be more committed, you would like to be over committed towards others, you would like to be very compassionate towards others, so you will neglect your personal priorities. And this is something which you have to balance out as far as this year is concerned. Of course, from a work point of view, career point of view, this could be an immensely successful year for you. This could pave a way for growth, for prosperity. As far as the coming year is concerned, this could help you reach an authoritative position, but this will involve a lot of work. You would like to work on the ground. You would not like to stay at home. You would like to be out in the open. And of course, this is the kind of message which Mars is giving you this year, that you do not need to sit at home. You need to be out in the open. You need to be with people. You need to also demonstrate compassion towards other, but not be overly committed towards people as far as your relationship is concerned, because you will neglect yourself. So this is where you need to create a sense of balance. You could undergo certain mental stress. Make sure that you reach out to your friends, your family, and of course, if you were to take external support, help, do not shy away from it. Because, see, when we're taking in so much of information, when we're doing a lot, we feel overwhelmed. So, this is the kind of situation or scenario that you could come across as far as this year is concerned, and which you have to be mindful of. Otherwise, I don't see any major, health concerns. From a physical point of view, you'll build immunity, you'll have a lot of energy, you'll have a lot of firepower, you will use your brain and, of course, your mind to make good decisions for yourself. And I wish you the very best, and may you have an amazing 2025. So, friends, this was about the year 2025 and certain opportunities that are there for you based on Vedic numerology. I hope you find this video helpful. In case you did, please share this with your network, please share this with your friends. Stay connected, subscribe to my channel, and I wish you all the very best as far as the year 2025 is concerned. May we channelize the fiery energies of Mars to make the best decision for ourselves, for our loved ones, and for our work, and have a sense of balance between our personal and professional lives. Thank you very much. God bless you all.